Today we are going to be creating an epic promo video at home just using our phone. Dude, I can't believe we are getting this shot. Some things you can easily find around your house. This is something I found in my kitchen and InVideo's online editor. We'll share the entire process along with some easy tips and tricks so that you can create your own product promo videos at home even if you have never edited a video before. Let's go. First things first, the product that we're going to be shooting today, drum roll. It is this perfume right over here. This is the Hypnotic Poison by Dior. The reason I picked this, I was just looking for products around my house to shoot and this bottle just looked extremely interesting to me. So now that you guys know what the product is, let's talk about the entire process of shooting. The first thing that we need to do is planning. Now the planning part can be divided into two steps. First, understanding your product, and second, storyboarding. Let's start by talking about understanding your product. Now every product has a different theme, a different vibe and a different color scheme. It's extremely crucial that you understand this in order to create a successful promo video. For example, for my particular product, I went online, started looking at photos, the promo videos the company has made in order to market the product, and overall just understand the entire theme around the product. Now after doing a little bit of research, I figured out that this particular product has an elegant and a very mysterious vibe to it. The product also mainly revolves around the colors red and black. Also, the perfume's name is Hypnotic Poison, meaning that snakes are an extremely important part when it comes to the marketing strategy. So doesn't matter what your product is, make sure to sit down and make a list of all of these things because this will help you pushing your promo video in the right direction, giving it the right feel and the right look. Okay, let's talk about step number 2, which is storyboarding. Storyboarding is a simple process where you visualize how you want your final video to look like. After that, you take a pen and paper and actually draw out every single scene and the way you want it to look. Now, these drawings don't have to be extremely professional, but they should give you a rough idea on how your video is going to look. In case you're not a photographer or a filmmaker, this can be pretty challenging. In that case, go ahead, find a product in the market which is similar to your product and watch the promo videos that they have created. This way, you can get inspiration for different shots, at the same time understand what kind of music they have used, and overall just understand how they have presented their product. Once you have done these two things, you're all set to start shooting. Now before we start, I just want to give you guys an overview on what we are going to be doing. I'm going to be taking 3 different shots with you guys. Now also understand these shots are not going to be in a sequence. That means in the edit we will jumble them up. So do not think of it as shot number 1, 2 and 3. But yeah, with that, let's start shooting. Here we are guys, starting out with the first shot. This is a fairly simple trick that you guys would have seen on Instagram or YouTube. If not, it's very simple. Basically, I have my computer screen over here and on YouTube I'm playing a video which looks something like this. It's just a red silk background. I've stacked up some books over here and I'm going to place a piece of mirror like this touching the screen and I'm going to place my product over here. Now this is a simple way to get some really professional looking shots. We will take some shots right now and I'll show you guys the effect that we are just creating over here. We're going to be starting out by blacking out the room, so I'm going to close all the curtains and the room's going to be pretty dark. Hopefully you all can see a little bit of what exactly we are doing over here. Dude, I can't believe we are getting this shot just using my phone. This is crazy. Okay, we've got some really insane shots just using this trick, and here are some of the shots that we took right now. Here we are guys doing the setup for the second shot. The first thing that I've done is use a chart paper and paste it against the wall. The next thing you're going to need is a turntable. Now this is something I found in my kitchen. My family uses it to bake things and stuff like that. You can find professional ones online and these are really useful for creating some really cinematic shots. So you can basically place your product over here and you can have some rotating shots like this. I'm going to place it over here. Next thing, I have a container over here which I'm going to be trying to place in the center of the turntable. We also have a black velvet dress over here, so it has some really nice texture on it, and I'm going to be placing it over the container. The last thing to do is take our final product, place it on top of it like this, and I'm going to be calling some people to help me. Somebody's going to be holding the black velvet dress like this behind for the background, and the other person is going to be using the phone flashlight as a light source. So sounds confusing right now. It's not confusing. I'm going to black out the room and we're going to start shooting. We just got done shooting, got some crazy shots. I want you guys to have a look. So here we are for the next shot, guys. I have my sister over here and she's going to be wearing this particular dress in her hand, something like this. And I'm going to be having her holding the bottle. Also, she's painted her nails especially for this shot black in color. The reason for this is because usually such big brands, they start off with human interactions first and then come to the product. So you will never see them straight away jump to the product and the way it looks and stuff like that. Now also for this particular shot, we need to create some red lighting. The simple trick to do this is actually get one of these. This is called a gelatin paper and you can easily find this in the market. And what I'm going to be doing is actually taking my phone. I'm going to be placing the paper something like this against the flashlight. I have a rubber band over here and I'm going to be placing it around the phone like that. And now when I start my camera, you all can see it's a very easy way of creating some really nice red light. Now the reason I'm using red again is because my product revolves around the colors black and red. You need to understand what colors your product revolves around and then get those gel papers to create this look. But without further ado, let's start shooting and we'll see what kind of shots we get. Wow, it's looking so nice. It's an easy trick. Now I couldn't film the entire behind the scene because I needed some people to help me and there was no one to hold the behind the scenes camera. Now I took some final shots as well in the same lighting and I'll just show you guys the shots that we took right now. With this, let's start editing. Okay, so let's start with the editing process. I'm gonna hop on to InVideo's online editor. Now, I'm gonna be choosing the blank canvas as I want to create the video from scratch with you guys. You guys can use some pre-made templates as well. But let's do blank canvas, make a video. Now, InVideo is gonna load up the timeline for me. Now, just to save up some time, I've already uploaded all the footage that we require for today's edit. The first shot that I'm gonna start off with is actually this shot over here, where my sister is holding the beads with her hands. As spoken before, we do not want to reveal the product at the very start. We want to first start off with shots like this and then reveal it, as this is the marketing strategy most of the luxurious brands use. So I'm gonna be, I wanna start the shot from somewhere over here. So I'm just gonna crop out as much as I want. So I think I want the shot to start from here. Now InVideo is gonna create a scene for me and you all can see the video is imported. Looks pretty nice. Now the first thing I want to do is actually add the Dior's logo at the very start, because I've seen a lot of luxury brands do this. Now you can simply upload a PNG file of your company's logo on InVideo and use it. I downloaded Dior's logo using Google, so I have it over here. I'm just going to click on it and you all can see it's on the screen. I'm going to resize it, make it a little smaller, place it where I want it to be. I think something like this. I think that looks really nice. Now another thing that I want to do is I don't want the Dior logo to already be there. I want it to slowly appear on screen. So I'm just going to select it over here on the right hand side. I'm going to go to animate and it says animate image in none. Instead of none, I'm going to use fade and I'm going to increase the time to be somewhere around 1.7 seconds. I think that sounds good. Let's just see how it looks. Wow, I think that looks really nice. Perfect. Another thing I want to do is actually add a text which says presents under the Dior logo. So it should be reading Dior presents. That should be the start of the video. So I'm going to go to text. I'm going to add a subheading. Now I'm going to remove whatever text that's already there simply. And I'm going to write presents. I'm going to decrease the font because it's really big. I think somewhere around 48. Yeah, I think that should look nice. Should make it even a little bit more smaller. I think 40. I think yeah, that looks nice. Place it right under the Dior logo, something like this. And I'm also going to animate it. Wow, I think that looks really, really nice. Now, before we edit any further, it's important that we choose the music that we're going to be using for this promo video. The reason to do this is because I want to edit on the beats. This means that every single cut has to be on beat. And to do this, finding your music beforehand can be extremely useful. So I'm going to go to the left-hand side panel and click on music. I have a bunch of categories over here from rock, chill out, cinematic, country, hip hop. I'm just going to take some time and go through quite a bit of them and find the exact music that I want for my promo video. Okay, I think we have finally found the right music for our promo video. I think it's this one. It's slow, it has a little bit of a mysterious vibe, and I found this under the blues section in the music section. The same way y'all can go through a bunch of moods that are already available and find the right music for your promo video. I'm gonna simply click the plus icon over here, import the song. Yeah, I think that goes really well with my video. The build up to the song is quite a bit in the start, so I just want to crop that out a little bit. So I think the beat drops somewhere ahead, so I'm just gonna cut it till here. I think the beat drops somewhere over here. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna pause the video right before the beat drops, and I'm gonna crop out the first scene till there because we want to edit on the beat as spoken before. Start adding more videos, so I'm just gonna go ahead, create a blank scene. I'm gonna delete what's already there. Now for the next scene, I'm actually gonna be using some stock footage, as InVideo offers me a lot of high quality stock footage, and the video that I'm looking for would not have been possible to shoot at home. So I'm just gonna go ahead, search snake, because I've spoken before, snake is a huge part of the marketing strategy. And InVideo is gonna load up a bunch of premium stock footage of snakes for me. And I'm just gonna go through all of them, find the right one for me. I simply went ahead, searched for the right stock footage. I particularly liked this one, imported it to my timeline. Although the footage was looking good, I wanted to add a transition between the first and the second scene. So I simply clicked the box in the middle, went through a lot of transitions and found the exact transition I wanted. Now in the exact same way, I edited the entire video, just put the rough timeline. Okay, so after editing a bit, this is the result that we have come up with. Fairly simple, I've done nothing complicated, the same transitions I've used. I've just made sure that every single cut comes on the beat. I think that's a very simple trick to make your videos look really cinematic. And just using the right stock footage and the right dark theme, I think we have come up with something that looks extremely cool in a very simple way. The next thing I'm going to do is actually add a cinema scope to all of these scenes. So I already have one cinema scope imported. So there we go, I'm just going to click on it, it gets imported. It's a little tough to understand over here what exactly I'm doing, but in the later footage you all should understand. So for a footage something like this, if I add the cinema scope, resize it, something like this. These are just the black bars on top and bottom of the video. These make your videos look extremely professional. You can easily find a PNG for this on Google. You can just type cinema scope and you can find a PNG file for it. So for example, this scene which we shot, I'm just gonna click on it and I'm gonna increase the size of it. Something like this, and you all can see the video looks so nice. Oh, also I've added this text over here, the scent of poison. It's the same way we did before. And I'm gonna resize it again, something like this. So now you all can see it looks so professional. So once I'm done adding the cinema scope to all the videos, I'm gonna go ahead, download it, and this is the final product that we came up with today. If you guys like the final product, make sure to let me know in the comments below. Also, if you found this video useful, do check out our previous video from this series where we created a promo video for a cafe using the exact same steps that we did today. Also, let me know in the comments below what you would want me to cover next, because we are going to be covering one such product or business every single week. This is Virag with InVideo, and I'll see you guys in the next one.